Hi, everybody. It is a great pleasure to share your love of cooking with friends and family, both new and old. And this is an old one. This is my buddy Mark. I'm really, really excited to have him with us today. I met Mark 20 some odd years ago, and I have been hearing tales about a peanut butter pie.
That's right.
I honestly didn't think it existed.
Oh, it does. It's. I can't go to Christmas or Thanksgiving without bringing at least one or two peanut butter pies. So
I've heard you've been asked to leave
and go make it. Yes. So it's it's a tradition at my household. So
yeah. And I just after 20 some odd years got my very first taste of peanut butter pie.
And he's hooked.
A week ago.
So he loves it. So we're going to attempt to make it today.
I'm turning my kitchen over, which I love doing tomorrow. So, first, tell me about this peanut butter pie. Where did you get the recipe?
I got it at college. I was a student at Morehead State University in Morehead, Kentucky, and there was a restaurant downtown on Main Street called Charlie's, and his pies that he made every day was his peanut butter pie, and so I go in and have his lasagna, and then have a piece of peanut butter pie after that, and it was good.
You gained your freshman 10 pounds in that one meal.
So, but Charlie always said that I always asked for the recipe, and he said, not until you graduate. So sure enough, as soon as I graduated, he gave me the recipe, and I've been making it ever since.
That's a pretty cool story.
Yeah. So it's been 25 years that I've been
worldwide with Charlie's peanut butter pie.
Yeah. So.
All right.
It's great.
So what's first? What do we got?
Well, we got the ingredients all measured out, so we're going to go ahead and start with the base of the pie, which we're going to put in a medium saucepan.
And the ingredients will be listed on the website and again in the phone for you. Beautiful. So what do we got?
So we got the flour, sugar, and salt, which we're going to mix into the medium saucepan and just sort of mix it. Yep. Yeah, go ahead and mix it.
No butter? No.
Nope. We're just going to mix it right now just to get it mixed. And then we'll add the milk.
Okay.
And gradually to get it. Do any sifting or anything. We'll just mix it up together. Make sure they're mixed real well in the saucepan. And then we're going to add the milk.
Well, this will actually sift it a little bit and get rid of any lumps, clumps, and all that.
Yeah. Okay. So by us mixing it together, it sort of gets all the ingredients blended well and all the clumps out and stuff. So once that's all mixed together really well, we're going to add our 2 cups of whole milk.
All at once, a little bit at a time?
Just gradually, yeah. You can stir while I pour it in. And just gradually so it doesn't create any lumps or anything. But low heat. Let's go ahead and we can turn the heat on there. And
there's a bigger whisk there if you like.
Get that going.
Now, what's the end result that we're wanting here? Is it going to thicken for us?
It'll thicken, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we definitely don't want it scalding.
No. So medium heat. The process, we're going to let that warm up and mix well. So we'll go ahead and add in the eggs and the vanilla to that mixture. So if you want to add
a teaspoon of vanilla.
Yeah. Let's beat these eggs real quick.
So what he's got there are 3 egg yolks.
Yep. So we got 3 egg yolks.
So you separate the 3 eggs out for us.
Right, and we're going to keep the whites later for the meringue. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and just sort of stir in the vanilla here. And so we're going to slowly go ahead and start add the beaten eggs.
Looks like it's going to come out like a custard.
Yes, it does have a consistency of a custard.
Mark, it looks like it's really getting good and thick.
Yeah, you can tell now it's really thickening up some. And we'll keep it going for another couple minutes. We want it even thicker, and but it goes once it starts really thickening, it goes really fast. As you can see, it really starting to get thick now. So it doesn't take much longer once it really starts turning. So we'll keep going with this just a little bit longer, then we'll be ready to piece it all together. We're going to let it thicken, and once it thickens, then we're going to get it ready to pour into the pie crust along with the peanut butter. Powdered sugar mixture, and then once that's all done, we'll be ready to top it with meringue.
About how long does this process usually take?
Usually about 10 minutes. We got to constantly stir it so nothing sticks on the bottom of the pan or it gets.
So that's very important to constantly stir.
Yeah.
Whisk. Yeah. Wooden spoon. Now while that's working, do you remember how we met?
I remember we used to live next to each other, and I don't know if we had common friends or I can't remember exactly.
Honestly, now I remember the exact moment.
Yeah, I kind of recall you always telling the story. Which I remember at a party or something, and
it was the Kentucky Derby poster kickoff party.
Yes.
And I went with a friend from Eatown, and she kept stealing the silverware.
At the Silbach Hotel.
We were in the grand ballroom of the Silbach, and she had her purse, and she kept throwing silverware into it. And pretty soon our purse got too heavy to carry, so we had to leave. And later that night, I was at a party where you lived, and I was telling the story to someone, and you were listening off to the side, and you came over, and perfect deadpan face said, "I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Mark. I'm the general manager of the Silbach, and I just ask that you bring that silver back." And being totally gullible as I am, then I believed you. And I think the Silbach got its silverware back.
I never heard if they did or not.
And I knew perfect smartass. We'd be friends ever since.
Yeah, I thought so too. So we're just going to keep heating this and keep stirring it until it gets thickened. So it's really thickened up really well now, as you can see. So we're going to go ahead and take this off the heat and let it cool down just a little bit, and then we'll be ready to put it together here in just a few minutes.
So what's next?
So we got the filling all done now. So now we're going to work on the meringue, and so we're going to add in the ingredients. And you want to go ahead and talk about the meringue because you know a little bit more than do. I just make it.
This is really interesting what has occurred. Mark was telling me how he was making his meringue, and I just couldn't wrap my head around what he was doing. And then it dawned on me that he is making a Italian-style meringue, which a lot of folks watching probably have never done. So we're going to go ahead and give you a recap.
I've never made meringue before, so I didn't know it was
So
Italian.
Typically, when you make a meringue, you're going to beat your eggs to soft peak, add in your sugar and vanilla, and usually you'll use a powdered sugar, and then add in a stabilizer like cream of tartar. However, there is such a thing as a simple syrup meringue, which comes from the Italians. And so what we're going to do is create our simple syrup.
Yep.
Mark, why don't you let everybody know how we're doing that?
Yeah, we're going to. Okay, so in the saucepan, we're going to mix in the water, the cornstarch, and the sugar, and over low heat, mix it until it gets to be clear. It'll also start thickening up, and that's when we'll know it's done.
If it starts to turn amber, you've gone a step too far, and you probably want to start over, or take it off the heat very quickly.
Yeah, once it really
boil, we're not making hard candy here. So there's nothing magic about this at all. You're simply dissolving the sugar over heat and water, and that was a tablespoon.
Yep, tablespoon of corn syrup, and then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of sugar. So here we are, still just stirring it. As you can watch, real soon it's going to just sort of go clear here. I can already tell it's getting thick, and there's some thicker parts at the bottom. So you'll need to definitely keep stirring it. And
so had you not added cornstarch, that would be perfectly clear.
Yeah. So.
Well, I've made an Italian meringue, but I've never added cornstarch, so this is new for me too. Oh, I see it's starting to clear.
Yeah, it'll go, once it really starts going, it goes real fast. And let's see here, it's getting nice and thick now, so it shouldn't be much longer before it just clears up. Once it's clear, it'll also start thickening up, and that's when we'll know it's done.
If it starts to turn amber, you've gone a step too far, and you probably want to start over, or take it off the heat very quickly.
Yeah, once it really.
Now, this is the first part of the equation, and as you see, we have a beautiful yellow custard made with our egg yolks.
And it's just yummy.
I would put my fingers in it, but
You normally do. I know.
we're being filmed.
Yeah.
Get you rolling on the meringue. We have 3 egg white whipped to soft peaks.
Once they do become soft peaks, we're going to add in the 8 tablespoons of sugar.
8 in addition to the...
Yeah. And a teaspoon of vanilla.
I can go Weight Watchers tomorrow.
Usually put our vanilla.
Now, to make a good meringue, here's the secret. Mark and I were just discussing off camera. When you whip cream, you want the bowl, the utensil that you're whipping it with, and the cream to be as cold as you can get it. Not the same case with meringues. Matter of fact, you want them room temperature. So go ahead and separate your eggs and leave the egg whites sitting there on the countertop. They're not going to go that down because we're going to cook it. We're going to add some heat here in a minute. What you're going to notice is we're not going to add any cream of tartar to stabilize this meringue as we discussed earlier, because we have the simple sugar that's really going to go a long way into stabilizing the meringue and keep it from falling. I want to stop that or pause it, and let's show everyone.
Yeah, that's soft peaks.
How do you know soft peaks? You can look in your bowl or just pick it up. If the peak falls over like this, if you can see that, that's a soft peak. It's hard peak when it will stand straight up. I've got this on as high as I can get it going. And let's hope that
You just go ahead and just turn it into a slowly, gradually.
Woohoo!
Okay. Looking good. Let's go ahead and throw in the vanilla. Normally I use clear vanilla, but you can always use the regular vanilla if you want. But clear vanilla keeps the meringue looking nice and white.
All right, now we have...
So now we got the mixture here that we got off the stove. We're going to gradually add that into
That's super thick.
the meringue. Yeah.
Wow. Really giving it a very glossy sheen. Mark, I'm going to let you finish that up because you know exactly what you're looking for. The pause button.
This ain't work.
What is in this bowl?
That is our peanut butter and confectionate sugar mixture.
So in this bowl you took the confectionery sugar, the peanut butter, what else?
And that's it. And just mix it together until it gets to be a crumble. And then that's what we're going to line the pie with on the bottom and on the top.
So when heat hits it, it's going to thin out.
Nope, it'll be good. So, all right, I think our meringue is finished, so we'll go ahead and turn that off. So we're just going to get our pie crust that we have finished. We're going to go ahead and put about half of the pie mixture in the bottom. And we'll save the rest for the top.
Now am I just pressing it in? Or?
Just sort of sprinkle it around. You want to just sort of evenly spread it around. It's just sort of like crumbly mixture. So, and then we're going to go ahead and get the yellow center mixture and pour this over that. Pour that over this, sorry.
Egg yolk custard.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and get that. And, so we're just going to get our pie crust that we have finished. We're going to go ahead and put about half of the pie mixture in the bottom. And we'll save the rest for the top.
Now am I just pressing it in? Or?
Just sort of sprinkle it around. You want to just sort of evenly spread it around. It's just sort of like crumbly mixture. So, and then we're going to go ahead and get the yellow center mixture and pour this over that. Pour that over this, sorry.
Egg yolk custard.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and get that. And, just wanted to take this and pour the whole contents over the peanut butter mixture.
Lick the bowl.
So now we'll just top it, the rest of this, with the peanut butter crumble, which is going to add that nice peanut butter flavor and add a little.
Did you ever figure out what the calorie count on this is?
I don't want to know. I have no clue. no clue. Now you want to keep a little bit of this mixture aside so you can top it on top of the meringue just to make it look nice if you want.
Oh, now the pie you made me before didn't have that going on.
Oh, it did. Yes, it did. You just didn't look. And you're just straight to. You weren't visibly looking at anything.
Anytime there's a good smell in the kitchen, Mr. Bryant starts peeking in.
Well, hi, Mr. Bryant.
Hi, Greg. How are you?
He's just ready for the finished product to come out.
Are you ready for pie?
We're going to go ahead and throw on the meringue. Top it off. Get those. Oh, we lost the control. Okay. So,
off if you like.
We're going to just toss that baby in there. That's about it. Okay. So just sort of spread that around. And once we got it all covered, we'll throw it in the oven.
Just as a teaching moment, the meringue is not going to look like what you normally make for a lemon meringue pie. It's not foamy. It's very glossy. Now, if you wanted to use, nothing wrong with that. It's just the one that they chose for this recipe.
The crumbly should be a little more crumbly than what we had, but looks perfect. So right now we'll just throw it in the oven, and for about
open up, I'll put it in.
Just until the meringue is done, you're ready to eat it.
He means I have to wait.
Yes, you're gonna have to wait. Okay, it looks good, so we'll go ahead and get it out of the oven.
So there you hold it up and show them that I want to see the meringue. It's actually, I'm teasing with these things. It has a very shiny, glossy finish, which is what you're going to add again.
Nope, we're going to let it cool. So,
Really? How long?
Probably a couple hours. We might set it outside and cut it a little bit later.
Well, thank you for coming over and showing this so smart.
I enjoyed it.
One of the greatest joys of having a kitchen and being able to cook is doing so with people you love. Thanks for coming. Kiss your mama. Want to say bye?
Bye. The finished product. It looks fabulous.
Oh, come on. We decided we had to try the pie. Number one taster, Sadie.
Number two taster, Greg.
So here we go. We're going to just dig on in. I ain't asking any questions. Oh, it smells delicious.
And the number one the meringue did not shrink. Which
Oy vey.
Ooh. I don't know, Sadie. Turn her nose up at it.
Uh-oh. That ain't good.
It's not good, Sadie's.
Uh-oh. Really? You're making a mess.
Wait a minute. Look how little your piece is. All right, I gotta try it. I gotta put you down for a minute.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
There's a third world country missing its sugar today.
Yeah. Weight Watchers tomorrow. Here we come.
I think you outdid yourself.
Yeah, I think so
What's
too.
next?
I can't stop.